Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me already, I'm Amara and you should totally subscribe. I make content ranging from fashion, beauty, lifestyle, college content. I really get into the college stuff, so if you guys are interested in that type of content, you should stick around. So in today's video, I'm doing something a little different. As you can see, I'm in my dorm room, sit down video. A lot of my videos are really just me vlogging my life, you know, my day-to-day here at St. John's University. And I've gained a lot of a following just because of my St. John's videos, so I want to keep that going for you guys because I'm gonna give you whatever you like to watch. So I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram, anything you want to know about college, if it specifies towards St. John's, or anything you want to know, because I know a lot of people that watch me aren't in college yet, or they're transitioning into college, or they're in college and they just want some advice from somebody. I mean, I don't have all the answers because I am only a freshman, but I feel like I've managed pretty well for my first 2 semesters. Halfway through my second, you know, we're thriving, we're doing everything we gotta do. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started into the video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Alright, so my first question was, what made you commit to St. John's? I'm just gonna be answering them in the order I think is best, and I'm sorry for any of the background noise. Like, I 1, live with roommates, 2, I live in the middle of Queens, so it's very noisy outside. What made you commit to St. John's? Honestly, what made me commit to St. John's, I say this all the time, I wanted that High School Musical kind of feel, but in college, because I did go to an all-girls school, so this is a very different transition for me. I wanted something that was close to the city and kind of close to home because I am attached to my parents, so I do want to say that I didn't want to go too far because I just didn't know, like I didn't know how I was going to be able to manage nor handle it. And just because of all the opportunities that St. John's had, I'm a business student, specifically marketing, and there were so many opportunities for me to just get involved, and I just felt like this was the best place for me to be. And I was supposed to go, I'm gonna tell you guys, I was supposed to go to FIT. Like, that was my dream school. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to FIT, you know, I'm gonna be a fashion student, whatever. I just realized it wasn't for me, and I'm not bashing FIT in any way. If you go there, like, I hope you're living that experience, because, you know, I feel like my life would be so different if I had that experience. But I'm glad that I came to St. John's. So I guess it was just the environment that honestly made me commit to St. John's. This leads on to my next question, which is, what is my major and would I ever change it? My major is marketing and my intended minor is going to be graphic design. I do not plan on changing my major just because marketing has been something I've always wanted to do, especially since I'm a content creator. I feel like it goes hand in hand. I also want to see if I can do marketing and tech, like that's the biggest goal. If you've watched my videos from the beginning, like you guys would always say like, oh, what do you want to do? Like, like questions I would always get is, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, I want to be my own boss. I want to do a little bit of everything. Like, I'm trying to dip my feet into everything just because I don't want to stay stagnant to one career in my life. I want to be able to live my life, enjoy, and just do as much things as possible while being happy and financially free. The next question I have, I'm reading them here on my phone, so how did you feel when you first started in September versus now? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna go into detail, but in September I was in a very low place in my life, and I just feel like I didn't know what I was going to do. I was really afraid of change. So this, like, the last month of being home, like August leading into September, I was just so mad at the world because I was like, dang, like my life is changing, like I'm gonna be away from my parents, the first like child out of my family to go away for college, like throughout my cousins, brothers and sisters. So, you know, it was a really big change for me, and I was kind of nervous because you're always gonna do what you see is done around, but I feel like my parents have always taught me to just do things differently. Like, it's okay, you don't have to do everything like everybody else because your journey is different. And yeah, I had a little bit of a rough time. I mean, adjusting into college was really difficult just because like I did miss my parents, I miss my family, like, and I've never been alone. I never stayed in a room or like this like common space with people that I never knew before. Like, I'm not that type of girl. That I've never been to like sleepovers like that unless it was with family, really. So being away from my parents, it was really hard. Like, to this day I still have a routine. I call my parents every day, but I feel like I got used to it, and honestly I just made it feel like it was high school to me, but even better, like 10 times better, just because I did get involved a lot. I'm involved in a lot of things. I'm a student ambassador now. I'm part of the student senate, which is part of the student government if you're not familiar with that. I'm in the marketing club. I'm on the dance team. Like, the list just goes on and on. College is what you make of it. So if you're that person that you really want to go and get it, it's right in front of you. You just gotta really push and want it for yourself, because nobody's gonna want something for yourself more than you want it. Somebody said, what is your favorite thing about St. John's? I guess my favorite thing about St. John's would just be hearing that every night. Now, my favorite thing about St. John's would honestly just be that there's always something going on. You'll never feel like you have to be so drawn to your studies all the time, or so social to the point where, like, damn, like, these kids are dumb, like, they can't even focus. Like, there's a perfect balance here, I would say, which I love a lot, because I don't think I could have seen myself in a STEM school as well, just because I can't be in that quiet environment all the time. I need it to be lively. I need it to be motivating. I need something to push me. I need there to be opportunities like, oh, hey, you want to go to DAC and see this, like, event that's happening during common hour? You can check that out. Whatever. Like, I want things to be accessible for me. Also, I have the opportunity to sit back and be like, all right, I gotta chill, like, let me go to my room and do my work. Leading on to another question, which is there diversity on campus? There's so much diversity. Like, I would say this is like the most diverse school that I did visit. That was something that when me and my dad visited here on Acceptance Students Day, we realized how diverse it was. So you won't ever feel like isolated from your group of people or whatever. So if that's something that you're worried about, that's nothing to worry about at St. John's. Let's talk about the food here at St. John's. So we have something called Monty's, Montegore's Dining Hall, which is our main dining hall where you can have your buffet style. And when you have like your Storm card, you swipe in and it's all you can eat from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. That's honestly like the food I get the most, just because it's closest to the residents, but it's closer to like the residence halls. We also have Marillac Food Court, which they have like Subway, Dunkin' Donuts. They have why am I blanking? Freshens, which they have like Mexican bowls, which is kind of like Chipotle almost, or Qdoba, however you say it. What else they have there? They have an Italian spot there. They also have like sushi rolls, teriyaki bowls. The list goes on and on. Burger King, if I didn't mention that. And we also have a Taco Bell on campus now, which I've never been like a Taco Bell girl because my stomach hurts when I eat that, but I've been getting Taco Bell and it's good. I like it. I don't know. But the food here on campus, there's always something to eat, and there are many delis around the campus. So if you ever have that feeling like, oh, you know, there's no good food, because sometimes, you know, like, there's good food here, but sometimes it's a hit or miss, because once you start eating it every day, you're just gonna be like, damn, like, I don't want to eat this no more. There's 7-Eleven, there's Popeyes, there's McDonald's, like, everything is really close, so your Uber Eats food should not take that long. There was a lot of questions that were kind of just repeated that I did get a lot, but I'm still willing to answer them for you guys. I just don't want to sound like a broken record when I am answering questions. So let's talk about getting involved with St. John's. Somebody asked, how are you able to get involved at St. John's? First semester of my freshman year, which was last semester in the fall, we had this thing called the Activities Fair, which was on the Great Lawn, which is like our big like patch of grass. It's like, it looks like Central Park. If you've ever visited St. John's, you know what I'm talking about. So there were 180 plus organizations there, and you can just like give them your email, your XID number, which is on your Storm card, and you can sign up for any club. That's how I got involved in Sensacion, which is the Latin dance team on campus, the only Latin dance team on campus, let me tell you that. I only have 2 nails left, so we're not talking about that today. I was also able to get involved into the marketing club, which I am now a representative on the e-board for the club. I signed up for so many other things, but like the things that drew my attention the most were the things that I kept being consistent with. As you guys know, if you didn't know already, I used to dance salsa, and I stopped because of COVID. Me and my team, we would travel to places. We were going to Texas. We traveled to Puerto Rico. Miami, the list goes on and on. So I wanted something to just bring back that like spark and passion of mine, so that's how I joined Sensacion Marketing Club. I am a marketing major, so of course I wanted to join that club and see what it was all about. The ending of last semester, and I had my interview ending of last semester. Yeah, I had my interview ending of last semester, and then I've been doing my training this semester, so I will be doing campus tours next semester, fall of 2023. So if you guys ever get a campus tour, you might see me around in that red jacket. So I just got really involved because I felt like I needed to keep myself busy. I'm that type of girl that I always need to be busy. That's how I keep myself motivated. If I'm not doing enough, I feel like I failed. At the end of the day, sometimes like you have to be that person to push you. Someone asked, how do you make friends? Honestly, St. John's does this thing, especially when you're a freshman. They do block scheduling, so you're gonna see a lot of people in the same classes as you, depending on like if you guys have around the same major, if you grew up in the same hometown. They do this so that you can have familiar faces and you can see the same people, and that's how it's easy to make friends. But honestly, I know you guys know those pages on Instagram where it's like SJU 2028 or whatever, and that's how you can make friends. You could start following people, be mutuals, whatever, and then once you have like your suite mates or your roommates or whatever, they're gonna know people, they'll introduce you to those people, and that's how you make friends. Also, the clubs you join. Clubs is a perfect way to network. College is all about networking. My dad used to always say that to me, and I would always just be like, yeah, like whatever. But the way I've networked, it's literally like a spider web. Like everything is connected, everyone is connected. You know that TikTok that's like, they're always connected. They're always connected. Like actually everything's connected. I was in student ambassador, that's how I got connected to student senate. I met so many amazing people that just motivate me every day to keep doing more. This goes on to another question I got asked, which was, what's a good way to make friends if you're shy and it's hard to step out of your comfort zone? I've never really, okay, so I've had moments where I've been shy and I was kind of like an introvert, but there's always going to be that one person that you get comfortable with that like introduce you to everybody that they know. So for example, like my friends, they know a lot of people. They would introduce me to other people, which is now like, oh, you know, some of them I became close to, and some of them is still like a high and by type of thing. But I would just say the more involved you are, the better it is and the easier it is to make friends. Yeah, I could just say, you know, be yourself. Yeah, there's gonna be so many people that are shy. You can't expect to make all your friends or a lot of friends in freshman year, because at the end of the day, it's just like high school. You're always gonna have so many friends in freshman year. Then sophomore year is gonna trickle down a little bit. Junior year, you're gonna really know who your real people are. Senior year, like you're gonna have your main ones, and that's just really how it goes. But yeah, just go out, go have fun, go to parties, go to anything you could go to, because I know there's a lot of events here, especially at St. John's, that you can get involved with. Last week we had this like masquerade ball, and Sensacion had performed at it. There was just a whole bunch of people there, like dance circle. There was a DJ. One of the students here, he's a DJ. He DJs all the events, and it was just a really good time. And you didn't have to really be with your friends. Like it was cool. Like there was a girl I didn't know, like I was hyping her up on the dance floor. Like me and girl were having a good time. Shout out to you. But that also goes into the social aspect of St. John's. St. John's, everybody says, is a party school, which is true. St. John's is a party school, but a responsible party school. That's all I'm gonna say for legal reasons. The parties are actually really fun. There's something called Lux Entertainment. They are the people that like host parties for St. John's. Tip Off, which is our homecoming. Since we don't have a football team, we do have a basketball team. Like other universities have their homecoming, we have our tip off, and there's usually an after party after. I went to that party. I did vlog it. You guys should go check out the vlog. I have it in my iCard here above. Basketball games, like if there's a big basketball game, there's gonna be a party after, whether it's a frat or not. I personally haven't been to a frat party yet, so I can't really give experience on that, but my friends have gone and they've said it's a lot of fun. The parties within the school as well, like the balls, sometimes they have like these after dark things, and they provide food, like they get catered food and stuff, so you can never say you're hungry. Like at that masquerade ball I went to last week, there was food catered. I literally went to the gym. Like I had such a busy day. I had 4 classes that day, which is crazy. I'm taking 18 credits this semester, and then I had a meeting, I went to the gym, got back from the gym, showered, went to go see Sensacion perform, and then I had a whole plate of food. So there are so many social aspects here at St. John's. A lot of people like just do little get-togethers, or like they just hang out in the common lounges on each one of the floors in the residence hall. Like they don't mind you doing that as long as you stay quiet, like during quiet hours, because there are people that go to sleep early or need to study or just have special accommodations. So that's really it with the social aspect of St. John's. Now on to time management, because I got so many questions because I just think I'm superwoman at this point. This question was, how do you manage time with school, YouTube, and extracurricular? Honestly, I have a Google Calendar. Shout out to my boo. He put me on like to do a Google Calendar because it just maps out your entire day. Like I'll give you a rundown of how my days go. Mondays, 4 classes. I have public speaking in the morning from 9:05 to 10:30. Then from 10:40 to 12:05 I have English, and then from 12:15 to 1:40 I have management. Then I have a break, which is common hour. Sometimes I have a meeting, sometimes I don't. I have that break, so sometimes I'll take a nap or I'll go to the gym, depending on how I feel waking up on a Monday morning. And then I have class from 3:25 to 4:50, which is my macroeconomics class, and then I have my student senate meeting from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So basically I'm having a 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. day. Sometimes it's 9 to 9 because I'll go to the gym as well and go eat after that, but my Mondays are really busy. Tuesdays you'll catch me at garage most likely all day. I work to make my money. Wednesdays 1 class, so I go to the gym and just do whatever for that day. Thursdays I have 3 classes, which is the same classes I have on Mondays except for public speaking because it is asynchronous. Thursdays also have marketing meetings, so I have to be at that. Fridays 1 class, philosophy. I also do shadow tours on those days for my ambassador program, and I try to go to the gym as well on Fridays. So I do have packed schedule. The way I manage it is I just always have something on my calendar. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow my calendar. That's literally what I do. I have a to-do list for every day. I try my best to get it done, because then I just feel like, oh, I didn't do this today. Then you slack it off for the next day, and then you just never want to do it. I'm gonna be honest, I was struggling a little bit to keep up with it in the beginning, but I kind of just learned, like, you know, you guys are gonna understand I'm in college, so if I'm not as active, just know I'm working on something. That being said, I haven't been active recently on YouTube, but that's because I do have another video in the works that I am editing, a vlog. However, I did get a research opportunity with a marketing professor here at St. John's, so I will let you guys know how that goes, because it's a first-year research program with the Student Success Center, which you guys will be familiar with if you are coming to St. John's in the fall. Okay, the last question I'm going to answer tonight is, oh my god, my foot fell asleep so bad, like I can't even move it. Excuse me. The last question I am going to answer today is, how did you know that St. John's was the best college for you / best fit? And I'm gonna keep this as kind of like the last question, just because I want to give you guys some advice, especially people who are struggling to figure out what college they want to go to. Do not worry about the money. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you. I know financial could always be a big thing, but the way I was always taught to think about it is, if you are not responsible with money, you need to learn to be responsible, and you need to learn that money's gonna come back to you. Your 4 years are not gonna come back to you, whether you like to hear it or not. So for me, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna share something personal. I wanted to go to FIT because I was like, oh, it's cheap, like I'm only gonna be having to pay X amount of money, and my father won't struggle so much to pay for it. My dad told me, do not worry about it. Like, yeah, college, everybody's gonna be in debt with college, but it's about how you decide to handle that debt. Like, are you gonna pay it in time? Are you gonna work hard to get a good job? That's why a lot of the times I'm not worried about my tuition and stuff. That's why I'm trying to take every opportunity possible, because it's like, I don't have to worry about that if I'm on my P's and Q's all the time. I'm with a 4.0 or whatever the case is. I'm over here getting research opportunities which can help me get internships or get me a recommendation to grad school. So I knew St. John's was the place for me because there were so many ways for me to get involved, and those are so many opportunities for me to realize, you know, like I'm on my A game. I'm gonna be able to pay back that, and I'm not gonna have to worry about the money. Don't ever hold back just because of money. Like, you're gonna figure it out whether you like it or not. So that's how I knew St. John's was the best pick for me, because I knew I was gonna figure it out one way or another. I knew I was gonna thrive. I knew I was gonna be close to home, so I always had those people to run back to if something ended up falling apart. And I'm just really happy that I came to St. John's. Like, it's just a full circle moment for me knowing that I'm here now. The first time I came to visit was Acceptance Students Day, and let me tell you, looking back at that, the girl walking on campus would not believe the girl I am today, being so involved, doing so many things, joining so many clubs, making so many friends, making so many memories, and just hustling, like doing what you gotta do. You could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. If I could do it, you could do it 10 times better. Let me tell you that, baby. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you a lot. If you have any other specific questions, feel free to personal message me. I heart every single person who has personal messaged me talking about, oh, like, thank you, like, you're the reason why I committed to St. John's, you know, can I ask you a question about your major? Like, I'm never gonna hesitate and not answer you. So, you know, keep those questions coming. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna answer you guys regardless and help you make this as best as possible. With that being said, I love you guys all so much. Have a great day whenever you're watching this. Subscribe, share this video with your friends. Bye.